everybody, in this video you're going to be understanding about the for, while and do while loops with an example application. So we're going to be developing an application that prints out the multiplication tables based on the user input. So right now let's just look at a quick preview of how our app will look after we develop it. So this is how your app will look after you develop it. So right now your application is asking you to enter your target. So for example, I enter 9 and so how much do you want to know 9 stables? Let's say I want to know 9 stables to 10. So it prints out 9 tables from 1 till 10. Okay, now we even have the do you want to continue technology type. So over here I'll just type in yes and again enter your target. So this time let's say 20 and 5 over here. So it'll print out 20 tables from 1 to 5. And now it asks us do you want to continue. So let's type in the garbage. Invalid input, please say yes or no. If we say Y capital, E capital and S small, then it still continues on with the program. Okay, and now if we type in no over here, then the program will terminate. Now let's look at how we can build this simple app using C# and a console application. So what I'll do first is I'm going to create a console application in Visual Studio. So like I said, I've created console application in Visual Studio and it's a C# application. Over here, what we will do is we are going to ask the user to enter his or her target. So console.write, enter your target, colon space, and in the next line we'll say integer, so integer variable, integer, let's name this target equals console dot readline. Okay, as you can see we get an error. It says cannot implicitly convert type string to integer, so we have to use the convert class. Convert dot to int 32, and then over here inside of brackets console dot readline. Okay, now after that again console dot write, tell how much do you want to know, placeholder over here, tables, so colon space, and in this placeholder we want to fill in target. So for example, if the user input was 5, then it will ask me, so how much do you want to know 5 tables, right? Next, over here, we'll declare another integer variable, target2, and initialize this to the value that is read from the console, and we will even convert that to an integer. So instead of doing that, I'm gonna say int.parse. So we'll use the parse method. Console dot readline. Okay, there. Now we have used the parse method instead of the convert class, right? Then a for loop. So I've already explained about the for loop in my last video. For, and if I just say put a tab over there, then it will convert that to the syntax of a for loop. So for int I, equals 0, okay? And I should actually be less than or equal to target 2. Target 2, right? Enter. So now inside of this, I'll type in control.writeLine. So this is the full logic for the multiplication tables. Control.writeLine, placeholder, X, that represents the into sign, and then another placeholder equals another placeholder. Okay, comma after the quotation mark. Over here in the first placeholder, you have to fill in the value of target, and then in the second placeholder, you have to fill in I, and third placeholder, you have to fill in the value, right? So you have to say I multiplied by target, like that. And now I'm gonna run the program and see the output. So we'll just run it by clicking Control plus F5. Okay, now it asks me to enter my target. This time, let's say like 15 or something. And over here also 15, 15, and 15. And actually, it's working fine. But as you may have noticed, it even prints out 15 into 0 equals 0. So we don't need that. Over here, for integer I, initialize to 1. So run the program again by clicking Control plus F, I mean. This time let's put something simple like 10 and over here line 20. So 10 into 1 equals 10 and so on. Okay, close that up. Now let's make the do you want to continue technology thing. Over here, declare a string variable. Sorry. Let's call this do you want to continue and assign this to string.empty. Okay, so now why do we need something like this? Like, why do we need to ask the user if he or she wants to continue? That is because if the user wants to know, like, for example, 2 numbers tables, then first he or she has to run it, and then close it, and then run it again, and then second number, right? Instead of doing that, you can just ask the user if he or she wants to continue, and he or she can just say yes or just no, and the program will take actions according to the input of the user, right? And now, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put all of this code inside of a do while loop. So, do all of this while over here, while the value of do you want to continue is equal to yes. Okay, all in lowercase because we're going to be converting the user input into lowercase. Over here, let's type in console.writeLine or just console.write over here. Do you want to continue? Hyphen yes, so yes or no. Okay, so why we're doing this is because we need to get the input from the user if he or she wants to continue or not, right? And then do you want to continue equals console dot readline. Just like that. So now we use this console.readline method to get the input from the user, yes or no. and assign that value that is read from the console to this variable. Do you want to continue? And then a while loop over here, that will be for like if the user entered some garbage, for example, then it should print out invalid input. Please say yes or no. So let's say while do you want to continue, its value is not equal to yes, and it is not equal to no. And we are actually forgetting one thing. We read the input from the console, and we even need to convert that to lower over here. While then, now let me explain why we're converting the value that is read from the console to lowercase. So that is because we're comparing the value that is read from the console everywhere in lowercase, and if we don't convert this to lower, then we can have a problem. For example, if the user enters like y in uppercase and es in lowercase, then our program is gonna have a problem, and then the program will force the user to enter yes all in lowercase, or else it will say invalid choice, please say yes or no. Okay, so if we convert this to lower over here, then if the user even types in all in some mixture of cases, then also our program will continue to work. Now let us continue on with what should be inside of this while loop. Okay, so over here, we'll just tab that. While do you want to continue not equal to yes, and it's not equal to no, what we do is we write on the console invalid choice, please say yes or no. Okay, and then a full stop there. After that, do you want to continue? We will assign the value that is read from the console again to this do you want to continue variable. So do you want to continue equals console.readline. So what this console.readline method will do is that it will read the value from the console. Okay, dot to read line. Okay, dot to lower. Semicolon there. Now we are ready to run our program. So let's run the program. Now it should ask me enter your target. So here let's say 9 and over here 15. So it prints out 9's table from 1 till 15. So do you want to continue? Yes or no? Let's say yes and enter your target. Let's say something like 27, a big number. Here's till 100. Okay? And it prints out 27's table to 100. So this is proven that our program can even work with big numbers, and it can do that in a very short matter of time. So this time, let's say Y in capital, E also in capital, and yes in lowercase, and enter your target. So the program still continues. So now over here, enter your target. Let's say 25, not 255, 25 until something like 50. As you can see, it prints out 25's table until 50. Now let me once again explain you the code, and over here I'll just type in no, this, and the program will terminate. Now let me explain the code to you. Over here what we have did. So let's start from the beginning of the program. First, we declare a string variable, do you want to continue, and assign that to string.empty. After that, we use do while loop to iterate this set of code over here. So like I've already explained in my previous video about the do while and the while loops, that the do while loop will at least once execute the code that is inside of here. Okay, so first this will get executed, and then after that we'll check the condition over here. So the condition over here is while do1 continue equal to yes, and where we set this value is inside of here, console.writeLine, do you want to continue yes or no, right? So now let me explain here. First, over here inside of the do while loop, we ask the user to enter his or her target, and then we will read the value from the console that is entered by the user and assign that to an integer variable target. So we're declaring that there. Then console.writeLine again, till how much do you want to know, placeholder, and then apostrophe s table. So for example, if the user has entered 5, this will print out till how much do you want to know, 5 tables. And then another integer variable, target2, and assigning this to int.parse console.readline. So we're converting the value that is read from the console to an integer. Okay? After that, a for loop, that is to print out the multiplication tables. So for integer I, that is statement 1, I'm assigning that to 1. So why we're assigning that to 1 is because if we said this was 0, okay, then our program will print out, take the example of 5 over here as the user's target, and target 2 will be 10. So it's gonna print out even 5 zeros are 0, like that. We don't need that, okay? And then the conditions, that is statement 2. I should be less than or equal to target 2. And then I++, statement 3, incrementation. After that, the body of this for loop, console.writeLine, placeholder, x placeholder equals the value. So in this first placeholder, we fill in target, that is this variable. And then in the second placeholder, we fill in I, that is the variable that is used inside this for loop. And then in the last one, the value, I multiplied by target, so that should print out the correct value. After that, console.writeLine, do you want to continue yes or no? And then do you want to continue equal, so this is this variable over here, equals console.writeLine to lower. Okay, and then while do you want to continue not equal to yes, all in the lowercase, and do you want to continue is not equal to no in the lowercase, then console.write invalid choice, console.writeLine invalid choice, please say yes or no, and then again do you want to continue equals console.readline dot to lower. Okay, so that was the code inside of our program, and now I hope you're clear about how to create this kind of a program. So that's it for this video, guys. If you like this video, don't forget to like and share this video. Please subscribe to my channel for more. Goodbye till the next video.